This is Atlantis the Royal. You've probably heard about it, but you probably don't know what the experience is like of staying here. Is it worth the insane price tag? We are here to find out. This hotel was opened with a show from Beyoncé, a massive fireworks display, and a whole lot of celebrity buzz. But is the Atlantis Royal really the crown jewel of Dubai's hotel scene? Or is it just a masterclass in marketing? So relaxing. Let's take a deep dive into one of Dubai's most talked about hotels to find out if its self-proclaimed ultra luxury is fact or fiction. Alright guys, we are just about to pull up to Atlantis the Royal right now. It is boiling outside, but we are going to spend as much time as we can exploring and having so much fun. Okay, welcome. This is the arrival area here. There's fire spraying in the lobby, casually. The first thing Oscar said is Vecna is here, if you've watched Stranger Things season 4. I love the vibe here at the arrival area. It's quite casual and you don't feel bombarded.
It just feels fun, to be honest.
Yeah, it feels like laid back, but there's loads of people working here. They offered to take our bags.
It's like slightly Disneyland arrival, yet slightly like luxury hotel.
Exactly.
Combination.
Yeah.
So
Let's go check in. Made it up. We're about to head to the room. There's only 2 elevators that go to our floor, so there was quite a wait, probably 3-4 minutes. And then you get up and look at this. This hotel is like brand new, but can you guys see how scratched up these things are?
like that.
Yeah, that's such a shame. So let's find the room. So this is the room number today, longest room number I've seen in my life. And welcome. We haven't seen the room yet. Whoa. Okay. First I'll film our reaction and then, oh my gosh. This is so wild.
Whoa.
It feels crazy.
It feels like we're on a ship about to, explore the 7 seas.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow. Okay, let's show you around. So our room is in the Sunset Tower. We're right here, so almost at the very edge of the whole resort. And then when you enter, this is what it looks like. A little, is this for sunglasses, jewelry? I don't know. This little sculpture. And what I like is that there's a lot of common threads I'm noticing already. So we have these from the hallway, and here obviously they look kind of like seashells. And then we walk through here. I'll show you obviously the bedroom first, since this is the most interesting. And it's so bright you can barely see anything on the camera. That's crazy. Ta-da! Look at this. I mean, this is stunning, and I love how they incorporate these ocean motifs. So this looks like a coral. This is kind of giving me dock or boat or something like that. And we have these connections and color from the carpet to the pillows. But the most important thing is this comfortable? So let's see. Yeah, pretty comfy. And I do love that we have a couch where we can look straight out over the infinite horizon. So let me show you what we see from the room. This is the view. Pure ocean. And I'm gonna open up here for 1 second, even though it is boiling. Hello? Okay, we're having some issues. How do we open it? Is it locked?
That would be insane.
For sure we can open it, but anyway, you see the balcony here. We're going to try to figure out if someone can come help us open it, because apparently we're not adult enough. So then over here in the room, we have 2 chairs. Nice. So you can sit and eat together. And then, what is this? Is this a gift? Because it doesn't say it's a gift. It's, imagine I break this now and it's not a gift. So we literally have 50 ml of Atlantis the Royal Oud. I am not going to take that. We have these chairs, which do look very comfortable, and a beautiful marble and gold table. We were saying already in the lobby that this reminds us of Emirates. The vibe at this hotel is quite Emirates, funnily enough. We have a phone. We have a little notepad with a pen. This plant. I love hotel rooms with plants. I know it's a lot of effort for them, so it's much appreciated. Very cool lamp as well. And then some stationery, charging, but only UK ports, no global ports, which is a bit But we do have a USB-C port there in addition to USB-A, and then some random little storage here with trash. The marble theme continues with our massive TV, and I assume some storage under here. We actually have a Bose speaker down there, by the way. So here's the mini bar, and wow, talk about beautifully presented. Coconut water is 45 dirhams, so that's about $13. I like that they put this note. Mini bar is automated, so item will be charged 60 seconds after removal. Careful. All right, we have some glassware and stuff. And then finally, just some storage. I assume this is the actual mini bar. So I'm gonna steer clear of touching anything in here because it's weighted. But you see we have some Moet Chandon champagne. We have some beer. We have spirits, of course. And then we have, the Starbucks juice. Some various non-alcoholic options as well. Cool that they have Starbucks. Yeah, I'm not paying $12 for that. Thank you very much, especially in Dubai where it's so easy to order anything. Over here is an extension of the bar facilities with a little kettle in here. All right, from Bentley. Do you think that's actually... What is Bentley branded kettles, guys? Then we have Bernard. This is nothing. But then we have a little Nespresso machine. A cute little one with a few different pods and some tea from Brewstring. Ooh, Nana mint. I wonder if my Nana likes mint tea. Actually, my Nana loves mint tea, doesn't she, Oscar?
I just want to point out that I am Dan's Nana's like full-time kettle operator.
And tea
server.
maker. So I think she does like mint tea, right? So Nana's milk mint tea.
Preferred one, but
oh, really?
she's okay with it.
And free water. I like that they make it very clear this is free because it's Atlantis branded. So then at the base of the bed, we have one of these, which I hope they clean before uses. And then beautiful, massive side tables. This bed looks so nice. Obviously, we're going to talk about the comfort a little bit later. The sheets, I don't know if you can tell, are actually Atlantis the Royal branded. This is their logo. Incredibly classy, nice detail. Is it classy? I don't know. It's a nice detail at least. Here we have some room controls. Terrace on off. Wait, there's no electronic curtains? That is illegal. I can't believe a hotel in this price point wouldn't have electronic curtains. That's like the first time we've experienced that. But no, yeah, they do feel like they sound like they would be electronic. I'll have to. They're oh, maybe it's one of but maybe it's one of those you have to pull a little bit. But like the reason you want electronic blinds is so that when you're laying in bed, you can open it. Yeah. So that kind of defeats the point. Next to bed, we have USB-C and USB-A and a little notepad as well. And finally, besides the bed, this is the best part of any hotel room, the bathroom. So first of all, we have some controls here. Ooh, magic glass. Check this out. What happens when I touch this? Oh wait.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
It's this glass here for the bathtub.
Here I am, and I'm gone.
Yeah, that is... I love that, actually. Ooh, look at this. We get a whole Atlantis the Royal scrubber. I wonder if you can take this home, because surely they don't make people share this. A loofah and bath salts and towels. Ooh, look at the tap. This feels luxe. Quite a frumpy towel there on the bathtub corner. Do we feel like this looks like a comfortable bathtub? I'm torn. It's definitely a one-person bathtub. Actually, it looks like it would be more comfortable to have your back on that side. Love that they have hand towels placed where you want to use them. That's how it should be. Never experienced water controls being below the sink like that.
Actually, does it make sense? I don't know. Like, maybe we should try to...
We'll see what we feel about that. Yeah. Another piece of greenery. I love that. A little... Is this an orchid? Because someone needs to chat to Thai Airways about how to do orchids. Graph soap. Look at these glasses, by the way. Gold rim. Ooh. As I said, quite Emirates. All the towels look so used and abused, don't you think? Like, this looks like
look
something
like-
you would find when you're sleeping over at like your like friend's parents' house when you were a
They
kid.
look like Airbnb towels.
Yeah, they do. But we do have 2 bath towels, which is quite nice. We have a scale down here. And then, okay, let's just check this out because this is quite a cool razor, but the fact there are such different colors makes it all a bit like, okay. I feel like a lot of American rappers would love this hotel. Maybe that's why Jay-Z... Did Jay-Z join Beyoncé here? I don't know. By the way, did I mention that Beyoncé stayed here? We'll talk about all that later. Graph body lotion. So everything is really graph. And we have one of these. Hello. Also, the most important thing. Thank you, Atlantis, for having mouthwash. This is so rare and so underrated as an in-room amenity. Welcome to the toilet. Okay, we have a little, I guess this is the modern version of a telephone in the toilet. And we have a bum gun, of course. And then we have the shower, all marble, rainfall shower up top. I mean, yeah, this is nice. This is very nice. More graph products in here. A little shelf for your toiletries. Oh, one more thing. The closet. So I neglected this in the beginning because I figured some of you would be like, Dan, I don't care. But now you're being forced to see it. Whoa. Up here, some random storage compartments, maybe to shove a suitcase up there. Plastic hangers. Okay. But nice big closet with some storage down here. All right. And then on this side, ooh, lint roller. Love that. And shoe shine bag, a little shoehorn. Let's check the laundry prices. Ooh, yeah, this is the laundry list. I always think this is interesting. Not that I ever do laundry at a hotel, but sometimes there has been an emergency, a few times. And I just think it's interesting to compare. So to laundry a t-shirt is 40 dirhams, so about $11 or $12. Pressing it, 35. So this is actually cheaper than a lot of other hotels at this price, but 10 pieces for 300 dirham. Wow. Anyway, I'm not rich enough to pay $12 to clean one t-shirt, but here we finally have the hairdryer. How is even this gold? And finally some more storage. So that is it. Here's the bathrobes. This is so rough. The label is stained and falling off. Why? That's so sad. And voila, full body mirror. So let's talk. Guys, welcome to my first ever hotel review, by the way. Better late than never. And I have to say, what really inspired me to start doing this, I actually never watched hotel reviews before in my life until the Queen of London, Hannah Ricketts, started posting hotel reviews, and I'm hooked. She is so much funnier and more self-deprecating than I will ever be. You know, Oscar and I are lucky to travel around, and now I have an excuse. I'm like, wait, we can also review hotels, and then we can try places like this. So it's a perfect excuse. But yeah, I want to give credit where credit is due. If you haven't watched her London hotel reviews, check them out because they are so entertaining. So how much did I pay for tonight's stay here? All my hotel stays, like my flight reviews, will be completely self-funded with no hotel involvement. This stay was $842 for one night in the middle of summer. So we are talking crazy prices. In fact, I think this is like the second most expensive hotel in Dubai after the Burj Al Arab. So any other hotel, whether we're talking the Bulgari Hotel or any other Jumeirah hotels, they're all cheaper than this, which means we have very high standards. And I need to admit something to you guys also. This is not the first hotel I'm reviewing. I just want this to be the first video because I think this is epic, but I've already shot 2 other reviews here in Dubai. And I'm just like dying to compare everything because I have so much to say already, but you'll just have to stay tuned, watch those, and then compare and see which hotels you think is the best value. So let's talk about what we're all thinking. Dan, you're in the hotel where Beyoncé performed, or maybe you didn't know this, but the thing that launched this hotel, it really was a big bang that brought everyone's attention to Dubai and to this hotel. Beyoncé performed here, look at her. This is where the famous Beyoncé Dubai riff is from.
Oh, we're not going to try to recreate it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm the furthest thing from Beyoncé, but yeah, this is where it happened. This is where all those celebrities stayed. And I feel like that halo effect really paid off for them because the hotel kind of still has this like magnetism and people ask you about it and they talk about it a lot compared to a lot of other hotels in Dubai.
I hope it paid off for them because allegedly they paid her $24 million for that one concert.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like Dubai paid her or the hotel paid her.
Yeah.
Or there was some combination of...
Probably a combination. Yeah.
Okay, I want to quickly talk about check-in because as I said outside, the first impression was that it was very busy, very bustling, but it was nice that it was so laid back. But when you got in, I couldn't help but feel like it's giving mass market resort. The level of chaos at those check-in desks, there was no clear queue. People were just standing around everywhere waiting. Everyone was super nice and came up to us and were asking, are you checking in? Multiple people did, and they tried to find someone to check us in. But the first impression was just like the polar opposite of something personalized and something exclusive. I mean, I've never been on a cruise, but I feel like maybe that's what it's like at a cruise ship terminal in the reception, which is not a good start. Then when we were helped, the guy was lovely, super friendly. But I saw some other people getting welcome drinks. We didn't get any welcome drinks. So I imagine he was just very stressed and everything. There were a lot of people, things going on. And he gave us a map of the hotel, of all the facilities, which I'm going to show you and explain where we are, where everything is. These are the types of things where in Asia, they would apologize, like, so sorry, sir, but this pool is only if you pay extra, or this is only this or that. And they would be really apologetic. Here it's like, yeah, if you want to use that pool, that's 600 dirham extra. Actually, let me show you. So here's the map with Oscar very kindly holding it up for us. So we are right here in the Sunset Tower. Then there's the Sunlight Tower, Sunrise Tower, and this entire side is residences, which I can't even imagine who lives here. That is insane. They have all these pools, right? What look like different pools. This is just a fountain, so I don't think you can actually swim in there.
No, you can't.
Oh, you're reading on the back?
No, I saw it in person.
Yeah, okay. This is the adults only pool. And the way he said it, I was just a bit like, he's just like, yeah, it's first come, first served, sun chairs, opens at 10 a.m. And we have some comments about that. This is the residences pool, and then this is the kids pool. Here's the beach, and then you can go to Atlantis water park. And by the way, Atlantis water park access and all that stuff, the aquarium is included when you stay here, but it's also included at the much cheaper regular Atlantis next door. Then I was like, ooh, you have a rooftop pool? What's that? He's like, yeah, if you want to go there, you need to make a reservation. And for in-house guests, it's 600 dirham. Even if it's for both, that is like wild. When you're already charging basically the highest prices in Dubai, to then be like, you have to pay so much extra to use one of the pools, that just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it? I also see tennis courts here. I don't think we're going to make it over there, and it's like extremely odd, but we will, of course, check out the pools, check out the fountain show, check out some of the restaurants, and check out the beach. And while we're inside, we could say this outside, but we are shocked by the opening hours. So spoiler alert, we just came from Dubai's newest luxury resort, the Jumeirah Marsa Al Arab, why was I blanking? And we were outraged there. You're going to see in the review by the fact that the pool's open at 9 a.m. We're like, are you joking? But here, the pool opens at 10 a.m.
Which is actually crazy when you think about the fact that it's summer and
Yeah.
you want to be there as early as possible because that's when the temperatures are bearable. But
Yeah, but like, why not open it at 7 a.m. when the sun rises? Some people are early risers. And at a hotel with over 700 rooms, you want to be able to spread people's pool usage out over as much of the day as possible.
Yeah.
Then it closes at sunset as well. Then the beach, he said he thinks it opens at 8 a.m. and closes at sunset.
then it was like, it's opens at 8, but then it's without lifeguards. So
Yeah.
I'm like, so what's the difference between going, before
At
8
any hour,
a.m.
yeah.
than after 8 a.m.? I don't know. I was like confused.
Kind of myth. I genuinely say like the most luxurious thing so far is that the keys come in this beautiful little pouch with a silver Atlantis the Royal logo. Let me just dump this out. Our keys say VIP, which I'm like, okay, he didn't actually explain why they say VIP or what this means. Maybe all the keys at the hotel say VIP. It says this is it. This is the most ultra luxury experiential resort in the world. What we experienced in the lobby alone, it just maybe isn't that. This is the first page of the July 2025 issue, over more than 2 years after it opened. Yet on the first page, of course, Beyoncé makes an appearance. So they have a digital map, a few contact numbers and stuff. And then look at this. Top Instagrammable spots. If that doesn't say who this hotel is for, it's for people like me. Then I don't know what does. Actually, I'm not. I may be a YouTuber, but I really hate taking photos. I mean, it is kind of nice to have a full-on magazine. This is giving in-flight magazine on a plane, so you can learn a bit about the hotel, the different restaurants. Look what I found. A few USB cables and an adapter. That's good. I wonder why they didn't just install global contact in such a new hotel instead of giving just one adapter, but at least they have that. What is this? In-room dining menu. Yay. All right, let's settle in and check this out. We can scan for Russian and Arabic menu. I'm excited to see what awaits because we will be ordering room service. In-room breakfast is available from 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. And by the way, something I loved was that apparently breakfast, it opens at 7 a.m. and it closes at 12. I've never heard of breakfast hours that are that long, but I love that, of course. Here we have the breakfast, 180 dirham for a full Arabian breakfast, 215. Just take everything divided by 3 approximately to get US dollars. Well-being breakfast, continental breakfast. I do like this breakfast selection. I like well-being in Arabic. And here's more of a la carte option instead of getting the whole set. Of course, being in Dubai, we can get caviar and toast because that's a regular, weekday breakfast. Chia seed pudding, yummy. Acai, 85, which actually is not too expensive, but you can order it on Deliveroo. Just saying, in Dubai, you can order anything on Deliveroo for much less, half of that. Caviar menu, full on caviar menu. So if anyone's in the mood, just order some caviar. This one is $3,000 for 125 grams, which is totally reasonable. Now let's check the everyday dining. So this is available from 5 a.m. to 12 a.m. We'll see what's available later at night. Ooh, lentil soup, caramelized tomato. That could either be amazing or absolutely horrible. Big selection of burgers. Impossible cheeseburger with vegan cheese. Black truffle burger. Then we have some pasta, some pizza, and their signature dishes. Wow, nice global mix. Indian, Indonesian, laksa, so we're talking Singapore, Malaysia. Huge variety of dishes here. And then from the grill. For a second, I read popcorn sauce. I was like, what the hell is popcorn sauce? Here's the kids menu, also available from 5 a.m. to midnight, and desserts. Of course, they have 24 karat gold tiramisu because normal tiramisu is just too poor. It's too peasant. Okay, late night selection. I'm actually cracking up so hard. Why is caviar available from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m.? And why is this the first thing on the menu? I don't understand the obsession. Who is ordering caviar at 3 a.m.? Actually, the late night menu is almost the same as the daytime menu. Very similar, except just a few less options. So that's it for room service. What about drinks? Do we have some back here? Look at those juices. My eyes were immediately drawn there. We have kiwi juice, lemon mint, watermelon, loads of nice stuff there. Aquapana water. I guess the prices are not too bad of this stuff, and it already includes service fee and VAT and that stuff. Nice sounding cocktails. I'm feeling that a room service dinner might be incoming. We might have lunch out and then room service dinner. Then we have cocktails, tea, and herbal infusions. I don't think these prices are outrageous, but $22 or so for a cocktail on room service. Then we have spirits. Moving over here, we have beers by the glass, different wines. So, all right, Moet Chandon up to 180. So we're talking $50 for a glass. And then bottles. Oh, wow. Okay, so if you're in the mood to spend $4,000 on a bottle of rosé, be my guest. And finally, the wines. That's it. Okay, I'm going to do a soap scent review also because this is very important stuff, guys. This is actually one of the most fun things for me at a luxury hotel. I love smelling the soaps. So first of all, there's no liquid hand soap, which is unfortunately not usually the case. It's more normal to have bar soap, but the hotels that have by Redo hand soap or Aesop in a bottle, liquid soap, that's how to do it. This is do you see how big this soap is? And now it's gonna go to waste because we're only here one night. The interesting thing I learned is that during the winters, the Atlantis Royal has a 2-night stay minimum, which I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like maybe the Maldives and stuff have those kind of policies, but I don't think I've ever seen that at a city hotel. So the guy who checked us in also said that their occupancy is 90% in the middle of the summer, which I guess the state of the lobby would suggest that that's true, but that is really impressive. Okay, we've now been waiting over 30 minutes for someone to come and open the balcony door.
I feel like this is a bit of a pattern that like they're really, really nice. They're like really apologetic about stuff, like just really, really friendly, but
they can't deliver.
There's just not enough like systems in place for a hotel this size.
It's just way too big.
It's just way too big.
Like a luxury hotel should never have over 700 rooms.
It's just impossible to deliver something personalized at this scale, I guess.
Yeah.
But now our Swedish sides are coming out because we don't want to call down again and remind them. And yeah, eventually they did come and showed us how to open the door. Maybe we're just stupid.
It's not complicated at all. It's just that
it was very hidden.
So there's 2 locks. There's one down here, but there's also one up here. But it's so bright that you literally can't see this one unless it's there. Okay, we're heading to lunch. First things first. So this way to the gym and this way to Malibu, baby. How can I get over you? Ooh, look at these. Wow. Hi. Alright, so I was looking at eating here as well because this looks, first of all, really vibey place, and also this is the menu. Look at this water display here. Everything is grandiose. Look at this staircase. This is stunning. I wonder how many tons of marble were used in the making of this hotel. It's so great wearing glasses here in the summer, guys.
Oh wait.
I'm really enjoying everything I can see right now.
The views are insane.
Yeah. I wonder where Beyoncé performed. Was it here? I don't know. Anyway, here's our restaurant for lunch. Ooh, it looks busy. They told us we had to make a reservation. I mean, granted, no one's sitting outside right now because it is boiling. But wow, look at this. How grandiose is everything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, look at this. Here's the entrance to the restaurant. And this is the view. Wow. How amazing. Now I kind of wish we got a palm view room. Okay, we got some seats by the bar in here. This is such a vibe with this view.
She actually didn't want to give them to us because she thought we would be uncomfortable. We were like, hello.
Yeah, we asked to sit here specifically. They were gonna give us a table, but we're so happy with this because this is amazing. Okay, drink list. Might go for a mocktail. Which one should we get? Then of course we need to have caviar here as well because why not? They specialize in seafood. We will not be getting seafood today, but we'll be getting some other dishes to let you know how it is, and you can take some inspiration here and check out the prices. It is freaking freezing in here, but the service is so good.
The service is warm.
Yeah, the service is warm, but the temperature is freezing. So we just came from Jumeirah Marsa Al Arab. As you'll see in that video, which you have to stay tuned for, we have some gripes with the service, but here...
Spoiler.
Yeah, here everyone we've passed, they like put their hand on their heart, they just greet you if there's no one else there, so they're not busy. People seem very, very friendly here.
We pour a little bit of our extra virgin olive oil, and to enhance the flavor of the olive oil, we add some fresh oregano. And now you may dip the bread inside and enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay, so our 2 mocktails are here, sorry. Not sure which is which. Okay, so let's see. This one, I'll let you know what it is as soon as we try, of course, which one it is. Oh wow. It tastes like drinking grass. No,
That doesn't sound very good.
No. Okay, this is amazing. Now I forget which is which, but
No, this is the harmony.
see? That's what we knew immediately was good, the harmony. We also get bread with olive oil from the head chef's sister's farm in Greece.
I love that.
With fresh oregano and homemade sourdough. And then our fava bean dip has arrived as well. Let's try this. Oh my god, it looks amazing.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The bread too. I think the sourdough might be the best sourdough I've had in my entire life. And that olive oil and vinegar, or that olive oil and oregano, sorry, is just unreal. So next we have the Holland peppers, which is drizzled in balsamic vinegar. Wow, this is truly a gourmet restaurant. I'm amazed. Okay, and finally we're trying the gigantes beans. Huge white beans cooked in a tomato sauce. Quite good. Obviously that's personal preference. Okay, so that was not only an amazing meal, but a beautiful restaurant with the sweetest staff. I feel like surprisingly so many luxury hotels don't really have luxury restaurants, but this is a case where almost every restaurant at this hotel is some form of Michelin guide or Michelin star, which is pretty cool, but also makes it pretty expensive. So we are now heading to check out the beach. And would you look at this? It is pretty amazing being on the Palm because you get this insane view right from the beach. And the grounds, look at the grass, how perfectly manicured everything is. So they do have a big hotel to take care of. That's the original Atlantis. There's Aquaventure. Some construction because it wouldn't be Dubai without construction somewhere. But look, how nice is this? Ooh, we even see Burj Al Arab. Considering how busy the hotel is, there are shockingly few people here at 3 p.m. If you go to another beach resort, even in summer in Dubai, yeah, there will be crowd.
Ambient noises,
Yeah.
all the screams from Aquaventure.
Yeah, you literally hear shrieks. That's not very relaxing, actually. I can't even imagine how hot the seawater is here because it's hot at the beaches, at the hotels that face the open ocean. Here, it's like more like a lake.
But I have to say that the beach looks amazing.
Stunning.
Stunning. It's
It is flawless. There's
not
not.
what you think of when you think of the home.
No, there's not a piece of seaweed or anything in sight. Wow, 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 wow. We've always like hated on beaches on the Palm because the water is stagnant. So usually, like it's weird because when we've been to Aquaventure,
Yeah.
there's like a lot of seaweed, but
I
here
think they
it's.
clean this beach a lot more.
So we're also gonna go and check out the pool now. The music. So relaxing. So we made it to the family pool, which already has much better vibes because there's not really loud, annoying music. Okay, they have a little family area in here. That's cute. I wonder where Beyoncé stayed. Do we think she stayed up there with the private pools? That would be crazy. I just have to show you here, there's this place called Seascapes, and it seems like maybe in the winter this is like a food court type of situation. Now it's closed, but they have pizza, kebab. And actually, there's a lovely breeze in here. It feels quite nice.
There's also a jetty down there, which is like an extension of Seascapes, I think.
Oh,
So
you
that's
can
where-
sit and eat on the jetty.
Yeah, I think
Ooh. Okay, and finally, let's check out the gym. Of course, they have a barber here because why wouldn't they? A nail bar. But they accept crypto. Wow, and then a hair salon and this stunning wall on the way to the gym. I feel like it's going to be so awkward to record in there. So let's see how this goes. Okay, actually, let's check the spa first. So we just got back to the room. They've brought our welcome amenity, which is some fruit and Pinot Noir. Okay, there's... Okay, when you guys see what we got at our other 2 stays we've recorded so far, this, I mean, it's nice to get, but there will be quite a strong contrast. You know, I told them before that we prefer non-alcoholic, and they still gave us a regular wine, which I'm sure if we called, we could have it replaced, but it just shows that there's no individual touches that you would get at a smaller hotel. The turn down service came very early today. 5 o'clock, they came to prepare the room, and look at these slippers. Oh my gosh, these are so cozy. Quite a shame to waste these because do you think they will fit? I doubt it, but let me try to... Okay, they're snug, very snug, but do they get thrown out? Please tell me they don't, because they always take them out during turn down service, but then I never use them. Can you explain also in the comments what this is for so I can be educated? This thing they always put when they do turn down service. I also asked the lovely, sweet lady who came to do the turn down service if she could pull out the cover from underneath, which she thankfully did. She also placed the bathroom mats here, which was very nice. And, oh, she restocked. She gave us all this. She's like, you can take it home if you want. So that was also so sweet. So we can bring those with us. I think it's finally about time that we try the bed. Bedtime. My favorite time of day. It's not bedtime yet. But, ooh. Whoa. I'm gonna obviously talk more about it in the morning after we've slept in it, but this is so comfortable. So for tonight, we're chilling. We had our restaurant meal. We're gonna stick to 1 meal in a restaurant at all of these stays. Then we're gonna do room service for dinner. And how about we look through the TV to see what we can do with that? The TV is massive, so even here from bed, we have a great view. Oh, I love this. Before we check the TV though, Wi-Fi speed. I just did a speed test on the network. Pretty decent speeds. I've never seen upload faster than download before, but yeah, nothing to complain about here. YouTubers, we're good. Okay, so here on the TV screen, we have, okay, wow, a restaurant guide, entertainment at the hotel. So we can learn all about the different stuff at the hotel, guest activities. I think this is good because sometimes at a place this big, you kind of need all the information you can get. Let's go back to television and let's check what is in-room wellness. All right, that's kind of cool. What I would use YouTube for. We also have Bluetooth audio, which perhaps we can play music from the speaker down there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't heard any loud music through the walls yet. That's the good news. What about streaming? What do we have here? Ooh, you can open Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, or any app with a Chromecast. Okay, so it's basically built-in Chromecast. But that is awesome. That's what we want. Then we have, like, if you're interested in the TV channels, entertainment. Okay. Then documentaries. So we have Discovery, Nat Geo. That's fun. And finally, international. All right. So all the news and stuff like that. Let's order dinner. Dinner time. Look at this. They gave us 140 each. Not cheap. That's about 40 bucks. Actually, that's crazy. $40. At least it's decently sized. I forgot to order drinks, which sucks because I wanted to try some more stuff from the menu. But anyway, quite expensive. They have a press to collect button, which is very nice.
So you don't have to call down.
Okay, let's try it. This better be good for $40. The bun is highly questionable. I will say it seems to have some at least interesting ingredients, but is it worth $40? No, absolutely not, but the fries are very good. Just order Deliveroo in Dubai and you'll get everything for half the price and it will come to your room anyway.
We just are forced to review the food.
Yeah, we're just forced to do this for the review to tell you not to do this. Okay, we're back because we have to say something after eating half this burger.
It's more like a burglar of taste because it doesn't have much.
But what?
That doesn't make any sense.
What did
But-
you say? What did you tell me earlier off camera?
Oh, I just told you that this is one of the worst burgers I've ever had.
It's not only okay, like it actually tastes bad. In our opinions, this is shocking. This is such a shame because the Greek restaurant earlier was amazing. But I feel like no one has ever tasted this. They just thought of the recipe, but no one actually tried it to see if it was good. Okay, we were like eating away and we were like, ugh, this is so gross. We kept eating. And then we were like, what are we doing? We paid $40 for this. We both grew up in Sweden where you never complain about anything. You just go on Google after and leave a terrible review or just tell everyone you hate it. So now we're like, you know what? For $80 for these two burgers, we are going to say we don't want to pay for this. So we called them. We stopped eating, first of all, and we're like, not another bite. And then we called them and we actually told them, like, it's not cooked. It tastes, the bread is really bad. It's all just really bad. And they were super apologetic. They said they're taking it off the bill, which I think is great. I just think the standard needs to be so much higher for in-room dining. Stay tuned for the Hotel and 2 videos, Mandarin Oriental, because there we're talking good in-room dining, okay? Anyway, long rant, but that's a shame. They seem to handle it well though. So now the final frontier is breakfast. We have one amazing meal, one not amazing meal. So let's see how breakfast delivers tomorrow morning. Good morning. Poor Oscar is not feeling well today, but we're gonna head down to breakfast. He's gonna eat what he can for his stomach. And then we wanna try to head to the beach just to explore that a little bit, maybe take a quick dip. The weird thing is that we wanted to bring some stuff with us to breakfast so we could take it to the beach, but we realized there's no beach bag in the room, which I don't think I've ever been at any beach resort in any class before that doesn't give you a beach bag. I think that's a bit strange, but maybe we just couldn't find it. Maybe they just forgot to put it in our room. Who knows? But let's go down and eat. So could it be that breakfast is up here? It looks like it might be. What a beautiful way to get to breakfast, huh? Okay, let's go explore the buffet, shall we? Here we have a little bit of a cold cut fish section. Morning. Some fruits, all right. A few juices, watermelon, pineapple, and orange. Chia pudding. I like that they put the allergens like this, but I think Dubai law requires it. Ooh, look at this fruit. Look at that dragon fruit. Wow. Okay, more of the same on this side. Got a very big buffet here that stretches very far, so it's quite spread out. Ooh, gluten-free and vegan station. Plant-based yogurt, and then some regular yogurt, plant-based chia pudding, mango pudding, gluten-free pita bread, gluten-free butter croissant, powerball, and then, oh, some pasta back there. Here we have some granola. It's quite nicely presented, I must say, in these wooden bowls. And here we have some different types of milk. Soy milk, full fat, and skimmed. And then over here, we have, ooh, that must be some kind of Russian breakfast dish. That looks pretty amazing. Okay, yeah, I think we're in the Russian section, right? Buckwheat porridge, oatmeal porridge, beef piroshki. Ah, right, now we're in Asia. Nasi lemak. Singapore, wok fried vegetables, vegetable fried rice. Ah, okay, and a soup station. Nice. We have our toppings for the soup. Okay, let's keep going. There's so many people here already at opening at 7 a.m., which is a bit scary, but ooh, wow. Look at the bakery here. Oh my goodness. Look at those almond croissants. Wow, and here's some cupcakes. So I assume they bring that out to the buffet later on. Here we have some jams, apricot, blueberry, orange, and then the yogurts. Ooh, mango yogurt, yum. Nutella, peanut butter, fig jam. Excuse me, where's the Biscoff spread? Some waffles and some pancakes. And then, ooh, broken milk chocolate. Granola. So more cereals here. Ooh, Madeleines, pistachio Madeleine. Okay, wow. And here they have some chocolate dips. Do you see that? Hi, good morning. Wow, ice cream. Look at this ice cream station. Jeez. That is amazing. Uh-huh. Here we have the Biscoff spread. And now look at that tower of butter. Here's our bread and pastries. Look at this. Look at this. Sugar donut. Yeah, those look insane. Little soft roll. Ooh, spiky baguette. Sassy. Yeah, same thing on this side. Ooh, I hope this is the fruit bread. I thought it was the sourdough from yesterday. I was like, yes. So here's what they call the All-American. And by the way, you can sit on this side and have a beautiful view out toward the ocean. The view we have from our room. Here we have a bit of maybe a mimosa station. Got some different liquors here. Of course they have 818 because Kendall Jenner was here. Wow, look at this. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Can you tell it's made with like wine glasses? Alright, so here is our standard English breakfast. Bacon, some vegetables. Ooh, the broccolini. Sausages. Then some sauces and smoked salmon. So here's the Benedict station, as they're calling it. Alright, I think that might be it. Never mind, I was just joking, that's not even close to it. Vegetable dumplings. Nice. Gonna try those. Red bao bun. Ooh, red bean bao, sorry. Chicken shumai. Hi, how are you? Good morning. Great, thank you. And now we're at our Indian station. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay, this is insane. That entire wall, I assume it's plastic fruit, but that is crazy. Look at these, whoa, look at these infused oils. How stunning is that? And then we have a little bit of a salad station. And then we have, ooh, balsamic. I wonder if they have the olive oil from yesterday somewhere. And a bit of a mezze selection. Look at this. Hummus, lebanet, baba ganoush, pickles, mutabel, beetroot hummus. And then here are some more salad toppings. Different colors of quinoa, fennel, sweet corn, some nuts. And then we have different salad dressings that are connected to these amazing things. Wow. So here we have some saffron dressing, some beetroot and balsamic dressing, house dressing, raspberry dressing, yum, fig and pomegranate dressing, oh my gosh. And finally over here we have some avocado toast, love that. Oh, look at this big vat of avocado here, and then infused watermelon and mint water, and I guess they make juices here. So here we have green juice, grapefruit juice, lemon juice, ginger shot, and tomato juice. Okay, let's go back and find Oscar. I'm pretty sure that is finally it now. But talk about an insane breakfast. And yeah, we're gonna be eating for quite a while. Breakfast today is a dosa, freshly made, the vegetable dumplings, and this gorgeous gorgina plate of various hummuses, avocado toast, and a red bean bun. Okay, let's just check out the public toilets real quick, because I find this kind of interesting before you check in, when you check out, what these are like. And yeah, very nice, very nice. So how was breakfast? It's amazing. I think for most people you will be very satisfied, I'm sure, but you need to see Marsa Al Arab, the breakfast there, in the next video, because that even manages to surpass this. I'm really glad they had a matcha latte here. So now we're gonna head to the beach and then go back and summarize for you guys. There's no one here yet, so now you can get a little view of this pool. We were saying this yesterday, but there were too many people to say it about the pool. There's no feeling of exclusivity whatsoever. It feels like places we would go on holiday as kids, where there's just like thousands of people cramming in one place. The whole point of paying a lot, I feel, is to have like very few other people, to feel like it's not very packed, to find a sun chair far from other people. But here, even in the lowest of low seasons, it was so busy. And just our personal preference, we don't like being around loads of other people. I know some people love that, but for us, like, we want to be as far from people as possible at all times.
Insert I hate people.
Literally.
I hate people.
So we're here at, now it's 8:30 a.m. We were gonna take a swim, but obviously the tide is very low, and this is more what we were picturing when we thought about beaches on the Palm, right?
Yeah.
Now there's quite a lot of like sediment, I would say, at the bottom. It's kind of quite like ooey gooey. Now it's not as appealing to swim, which is a shame because now is the only comfortable time of day. Obviously still beautiful, but compared to what it was like last night, I guess because the tide was all the way up there, all the way by the border there. So yeah, so obviously then there's loads of nice sand here where there's nothing on the bottom, but whoa, look at that beautiful hotel. Okay, so let's conclude our stay at Atlantis the Royal. We should say we're so happy that we've got to experience this and stay here. As a reminder, we paid just about $840, not just, but which is an insane price tag, and we'll get to that in a second.
This is a review, after all. So here comes the positives and the negatives.
Yeah, this is an honest, very honest review in a city that has among the most super luxury hotels in the world. So the competition here is fierce. You have every big luxury brand. You really have to deliver. So that said, we've written a very long list of positives and negatives, which we're going to try to go through quickly.
Yeah.
The biggest positive, I would say, was the lovely staff.
Yeah.
Everyone has been, well, 99% of employees have been absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
So I have some examples here, like when we complained about the dinner, they were so apologetic. They kept offering us replacements. Then the manager came up to apologize again, and they brought this huge fruit plate as compensation. They said they won't charge us for the burgers, so I think that is amazing service recovery. And similarly in the restaurant, we just told her that we didn't really like one of the cocktails to kind of see what would happen, because after all, the mocktail was quite expensive.
Yeah, it's funny how like doing these kind of reviews, it's bringing us to like do things we wouldn't normally do. Like we would never actually like complain about the food.
I don't think we've ever said we don't like this before until today, and now
we're
like,
it's like pushing us to test what what the response will be.
So she brought us a replacement and everything, and just the service recovery, 10 out of 10, truly amazing. The housekeeping, a woman who was here last night doing the turn down service, she noticed what we had used, and then she like triple restocked everything we'd used,
so we could bring even more things in our suitcase.
And then the only like staff interaction that wasn't 10 out of 10 was the guy at check-in, and he was really nice, but it seems like he gave us a lot of incorrect information. Even what I was telling you when we checked in, I don't know how much of that is correct, because he was just saying all this stuff like that there was no free sauna and steam room, but there is, and that brings us to the gym. There was quite a nice sauna and steam room there. There's a lap pool, and the gym itself I think is pretty decent. It's not amazing, but actually for such a big hotel, I think it's pretty tiny if you think about it.
Yeah, it wasn't really like crowded at any point that we were there, so I guess.
But this morning it was quite bad. Like yesterday afternoon, delicious lunch, delicious breakfast. Those meals were great. The bed, 9 out of 10. It is almost perfect. I'm only saying not 10 out of 10 because I'm comparing it to some other beds we've had, but
that are coming up.
Then of course the room and the hotel are beautiful in general. They're very clean, very fresh. Everything is lovely in that regard. The beach during high tide, stunning, specifically during high tide. The view that you have from the beach and from that side of the hotel of the Palm is breathtaking. Even our view is amazing, but the view of the Palm and
this is just water, which is cool in its own way, but that direction is crazy.
Final positive is that you get free access to Aquaventure and to all those facilities. So especially if you're going with kids, I guess, it's great that they can just go there every day and enjoy it.
And we've been there before, which is why we didn't go there this time, but it's a very fun place to be. So.
Exactly. So now to the negatives. First of all, dinner. We spoke about that. Elevator wait times. I don't remember if we said this.
Crazy.
But when you're on the 33rd floor or above, there's only 2 elevators that can take you there. Every time, besides at like 6:30 a.m. this morning, we've had to wait at least 2 or 3 minutes for the elevator, which is
which doesn't
annoying.
Sound that long, but like when you're waiting for an elevator, that is a long time to wait for an elevator. The elevators that serve our floors still serve all the other floors as well.
There should
at least be a separate elevator that only goes to these floors. So I don't know.
Exactly, which they could probably change if they wanted to. One thing that we spoke about after we checked in, which I find so annoying at such an expensive hotel, to still try to upcharge so many things. Like the fact that we allegedly can't go to the rooftop bar without making a reservation and then paying 600 dirhams, so about $180 for like a cabana.
Yeah.
That's just like, what? And then at the by the actual pools, for example, if you wanted a cabana or something, because most of the sun chairs, I imagine, especially in the winter, would be completely packed.
Yeah.
That's 1,000 dirhams, so $300. So let's just talk about the pools, because that leads to the problem of the pools are just, first of all, just not our vibe at all. Maybe not the vibe at all. There's really loud, like techno kind of music playing at the adults only pool. Then at the kids pool, it was like pure chaos, not relaxing. The whole pool areas are too small. All of this sort of points to the biggest problem of the hotel, which is the size. Having over 700 rooms, it's just way too big to ever be truly luxury.
Which, like I was saying this yesterday, like that is not in and of itself a problem, but if you are marketing this hotel as like an ultimate luxury experience, like this is it, like
the ultra luxury hotel,
you simply cannot deliver that with a hotel this size.
Exactly, because luxury is ultimately personalization. Yesterday when we called down about the door, we had to wait over 30 minutes. The welcome drink, for example, lovely to get that, but we had informed them beforehand we would prefer non-alcoholic, and they didn't customize that. There was no custom written welcome note, things that you would get at smaller
most hotels usually do.
Yeah, most luxury hotels.
Yeah, I do feel like this hotel is, in a way, perhaps the most Dubai experience you could get, like with the people that are here, with the sort of design of things and the eccentricity and stuff like that. Like this is a very Dubai experience.
Yeah.
So really, that's what they should be marketing it as, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, we've had a great stay overall, but would we ever feel a need to come back here? To be honest, I don't think so.
Done that.
Yeah,
I think.
We're happy to have experienced it. One thing we haven't spoken about is that on our stay here, we got a $100 credit, so about 365 dirham, I think, which luckily covered our whole lunch. We got an upgrade. We got early check-in because we arrived around 12. We're getting late checkout because we're leaving out around 2. We got free breakfast, and we got the welcome amenity, which we all got while paying the exact same price as booking directly through Atlantis. And you can do that by booking through us. We actually have a travel agency. So if you're looking at staying here, for the exact same price as booking direct through Atlantis, you can get all those perks. Just scan the QR code, go to the link below and check that out. You'll also be supporting our honest hotel reviews. And this also works at almost any luxury hotel all around the world. So it's not only here, it's any luxury hotel in Dubai or outside of Dubai as well. On that note, until we see you in the next hotel review, which will be of Dubai's newest uber luxury beach resort, the Jumeirah Marsa Al Arab. We have a lot of things to say about that, and in many ways, it was the opposite of this.
Yep, it really was.
Yeah. So we will see you in that video, and until then, see you around the world.